What's going on, guys? My name is Tommy. Welcome back to the channel. It's time once again for another episode of the Forgotten Race review and another third-party race courtesy of Dreamscarred Press, at least as far as Pathfinder is concerned. My good friend Chewy over at Doomsday Dawn requests we crack open our copy of Ultimate Psionics and talk about the Xeph. If you guys are liking what you're seeing, remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Ding that bell to get all your Pathfinder 1st and 2nd edition content. Today, this episode of the Forgotten Race Review is brought to you in part by Tomi and Nagase. Or, Robin, the guy who made Doomsday Dawn possible. Thanks for all your help, my friend. Now, on we go. So, like almost all of the races in Ultimate Psionics, the Xeph may be new-ish to the channel, but it is not new to tabletop role-playing, as this guy first appeared alongside almost all of these other races in 3.5 in the Psionics Handbook. Pathfinder 1st Edition, of course, is super compatible with everything 3.5. A lot of people I know out in the world, myself included, are using 3.5 things in their Pathfinder games, and Dreamscarred Press kind of bridges that gap. Not only in terms of, making all of the grapple to CMB conversions and making all the classes just true Pathfinder, but again, in terms of bringing these races, except for the Githyanki and Githzerai that we see in the Psionic Handbook, curse you, Wizards of the Coast, to our favorite RPG. Now, in Pathfinder, the Xephs are known for their fleetness of foot and natural agility. They've got a quick wit and the ability to find humor in just about anything. Their disposition can result in others viewing them as carefree or whimsical, but in truth there's a deep philosophy behind this. To the Xeph, the world is what you perceive, and their preference is to perceive the world in a fun way, like gnomes, except for, a little taller, and without the bleaching. The Xeph's racial homeland is said to be a great rift in the ground where forests grow, and the Xephs thrive, using their ability to generate intense bursts of speed to travel the world. These guys stand just a hand shorter, give or take, than a standard human, with males typically taller and heavier than the females. The Xeph has deep olive or brown skin and pupilless amber yellow eyes. Some will of course find those creepy eyes unnerving, and I think that's fair, but most Xephs are able to win over people with their attitude, if given the opportunity. Yeah, you hear that, guys? It doesn't matter how creepy you look. With an A+ attitude, you can do anything. Most Xephs prefer to fashion their hair in a dark braid, and their facial features tend to be more angular and elongated than other humanoids. Xeph culture encourages the Xeph to find what's called the home of the heart. Though they tend towards tightly knit, smaller, unassuming societies, if that doesn't work, they're encouraged to wander the wider world in search of, where your heart is. We've all seen Joe Dirt, haven't we?
Nah, on my way, mate.
Yeah, that's the Xeph. Yettihu, a Xeph comes of age at 18 years. Males range in height from 4'10" to 6'4", with females coming in at 4'6" to 6 flat. Males weigh anywhere from 104 to 260 pounds, with the females coming in 79 to 235. Xephs age basically along the same lines as humans, but their max age is 120 plus 2 d20 years, so maybe a little closer to the halfling, actually. Anywho, as far as that character sheet goes, this third-party race obviously fits in great with Pathfinder because the Xeph gets a +2 to its dexterity and its charisma, but in return, they suffer a -2 to strength. Like almost every third race, give or take, in Pathfinder, though of course that spread is very powerful. Xephs are humanoids with the Xeph subtype. They are medium creatures with a base speed of 30 feet. They've got dark vision out to 60 feet, and a +1 racial bonus on saving throws against powers, spells, and spell-like effects. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. Spell-like effects kind of cheats that spell-like ability. Is it a what is happening kind of clause? So basically a +1 to saves against probably whatever's thrown at you. In addition, like all the psionic races, the Xeph gains the Wild Talent feat as a bonus feat at first level. If a Xeph takes levels in a psionic class, instead, they gain the Psionic Talent feat. In addition, when a Xeph takes a level in a favored class, the Xeph can choose to gain an additional power point instead of a hit point or skill points. So, if you feel like breaking out anything from the Aegis to the Vitalist and back again, and we're building a Dreamscarred Press character in min-maxing for fun and profit pretty soon. Not sure what to build yet, but we'll figure it out. The Xeph slots right in, but that's not the fun ability. The fun ability is called Burst. 3 times per day as a swift action, a Xeph can put on a burst of speed to increase their speed by 10 feet, plus 10 feet per 4 character levels beyond first to a max increase of 30th at 9th level. These bursts of speed are considered a competence bonus, and they last for 3 rounds. Okay, so I think move speed is often something that we overlook, or at least are not really concerned with when we're building our characters. An Oread in heavy armor, of course, moves 3 squares, or is unplayable, your call. I guess I won't say unplayable, I've seen him played. But I think we're all very familiar with that old adage, you don't need to outrun the owlbear, just the dude in full plate. The Xeph solves that problem and then some. Literally, there is no class that doesn't want this, excepting, I guess, maybe the monk, because the monk has kind of a rich get richer kind of thing here. But even then, sometimes the rich need to get richer. If you're outrunning something, if you have the run feat, say, and there's a bunch of orcs chasing you, and your speed is just a normal on the Xeph, 30 feet, and then you pop this, at first level, your speed is 40 feet for 3 rounds. With the run feat, that means for 3 rounds, your run speed is 40 times 5, and over time, that's gonna add up. If your Xeph happens to be something like a druid or a hunter, or any class that can cast Warp Wood, Stone Shape, any of those real battlefield control-y spells that require you to touch the part of the battlefield that you need to control. Say a horde of bad guys is about to run over a bridge and you need to get to that bridge, tag that bridge with Stone Shape and have it divide by 0 real quick. The extra move speed is literally life or death sometimes. Also for the rest of the party, I guess it should not be understated given the fact that the cleric sometimes needs to move a little faster to get that Cure Light Wounds down. And honestly, I think that's what I'm building for if I were to play a Xeph. Just what needs move speed the most. In 3 Dragons, though I don't know the exact math, Tiki's Drow Noble has a move speed of a lot, and it's been very useful to her, dodging a whole bunch of things in the final dungeon we're in right now. The Xeph, in a way, has this in-house. GMing for a character like that, in addition to all of the psionic things that have now been put on the table alongside this race, assuming they're allowed, and truly, I think you should allow them. The Dreamscarred Press stuff isn't that super overpowered. It's good, but it's not game-breaking, and again, this all comes from what we come from, 3.5. No reason to not. But building dungeons, building encounters, building things of that nature that are built around the, oh, that guy is really fast, is a challenge unto itself. Several times I've had Uberchargers on flying mounts in in-person games pick up their minis, set their mini on the other side of the grid, and say, I'm 100 feet that way. Which is a perfectly accurate statement of what happened, and that, as a GM, means you have to build faster enemies, you have to build around terrain. The whole scope of your battlefield tactics change when somebody's moving that fast. But what do you guys think about the Xeph? Have you GM'd for one in Pathfinder 3.5, anything of that nature? How do you feel about psionic stuff? And what is, I guess I'll put this out here now. Tiki, can I see the math on Onru real quick? I'm not calling you out. I don't want you to feel like I'm calling you out. I just show the people, if you would, Onru's move speed. Because it's scary, but thank you guys so much for watching. And of course, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos and ding that bell. Because we've got probably the hardest race request I've seen to homebrew in my entire career next week. I'm very excited for it. I also have quite a bit of trepidation going into this because we're going to make not a new race this time, but new rules. Tell me, would you like to play a dragon? Yeah, take a dragon, put it in a normal adventuring party and have it be balanced? Yeah, that's what we're doing. Pray for me, guys. I'll see you next Monday.